Hey, welcome back, Donald Mills Electrical Services. So, we do larger rewires as well as smaller rewires, and both of them have their pluses and minuses. So, we're starting a larger rewire. Okay, this one's about 6,500 square foot. It might be a little bit bigger. Larger rewires can be enjoyable. They're challenging. You learn a lot about a house, especially if it's a well-built house. It can be fascinating to do a rewire, and you get to see the old worldsman quality. But if you don't have enough time to do one, that same enjoyment can turn into a stress-filled headache. So you just have to make sure that you allot a certain amount of time to do these rewires correctly. So I'm going to walk this house, and this walkthrough is going to take a little bit. So I wanted to start outside and just kind of get you a feel for the home. Okay, there's a slate roof you're going to see. It's an English Tudor. All right. So here we are. All right. And I do like this house. It is going to be a challenging house. There's a lot of load-bearing walls on the inside that are just concrete, and there's no framing. So there's definitely going to be some challenges to this home. And you can see the woodwork. It's nice. All right. So let's go inside. And there's a lot of detail everywhere you look in this home. So I'll try to share some of it, but there's just a lot. So we're gonna go room by room here. All right, we're in the grand foyer area. All right, and this is what I'm talking about is that might be a hollow here, but most of this is a load-bearing wall. And we'll start in the living room. You can see that they had to move in. They were actually moving home from out of country, and they had nowhere to put their belongings, so we allowed them to bring them in. And you can see that we plastic wrapped them, taped them to the floor, and then you see our protection. The window treatments, if they're keeping them, will protect. And we have the floor protection down. We have pocket doors, because you always got to be careful about pocket doors. So we wanted to address how did they install the pocket door, what's behind the pocket door, how the original construction of the home is going to dictate how we rewire this home. So a lot of the first couple days is going to be inspecting the tradesmen that have been here before us. So this is the dining room. All right, and I'll go through the great room. And I think we had a house last year this time that had a great room such as this. These can become extremely difficult if you're not careful. You have to be real careful how these walls are built. All right, and you have to be real careful how they originally wired it. You don't want to damage this much of a room to rewire one outlet if you can get to it from below. All right. And that is a wood slab backsplash, if you can see that. Let's see if I can turn some light off here. Can't turn the light off, huh? There we go. It's still somewhat hard to see. We're gonna go into the kitchen. Yeah, it's twin Sub-Zeros. All right. Nice bay window to bring in the natural daylight. All right, and that is the shed. So we're gonna go upstairs. Well, we can do the back pantry as well. This is the butler staircase. I'm using my iPhone, so the problem with using your iPhone is if I get a phone call, this is gonna cut short. So if it all of a sudden drops, you know what happened. All right, so butler staircase. powder room. So let's go up the main staircase. We protected the wood, so you're not going to be able to see the woodwork as much as normal, but it's decent. It's all quarter sawn oak on the railings. There is a nice wine room here tucked underneath the staircase. All right, we have a fireplace, office. All right, the house was originally built in the 1800s. Okay, you can tell by how many fireplaces are in here. And then the wiring was most likely put in probably early 19s, maybe 1910 to 1920. And let's see if I can get a picture of our wraparound staircase. It goes up to the 3rd floor. Doesn't look as pretty with the plastic on it, but you know, is what it is. So floor protection is covered. We will go to the master bedroom first. Laundry room, master bedroom. Don't be photobombing my videos. All right. So, master bathroom, walk-in closet. Because we all need a master bathroom, walk-in closet. I believe this might be half the size. The bathroom is half the size of my 2nd floor. But I live in an old farmhouse, so it's acceptable. But it's very nice. Bidet. So this is like it's a his and her master closet. Bidet. All right, and then here's the actual bedroom. All right, onwards. So this would be the Opars section of the home. Doorway. Now this could just be a child's room. There is a balcony. All right, we also have a rooftop. They actually have clotheslines strung up that were original to the 1920s or 50s, whenever they put them in. All right, with a little patio there. I'm assuming this would be the Opars bedroom. There's a fireplace. Let's see if we can get a shot of, we have a shot of the treehouse. Nice backyard. And there's our patio. And yes, the gas line runs out to the grill, which is nice. You don't have to have a propane tank sitting on your backyard patio. They brought furniture in. We covered it, taped it to the floor. All right. Bathroom. Very nice. And we originally thought this was going to be a 2x4 LED fixture. That is not. That is a heater. And I don't know why they did it that way, but that's how they did it. They might not have had wall space. So now we have the 3rd floor. Doing pretty good without a phone call ending this walkthrough. So here we are. And there is a lot of woodwork on the 3rd floor, so we are protecting it. Here is the upper woodwork. This is actually a giant return nail for the air conditioning system. All right, so we have a couple guest bedrooms here. I'm gonna do fireplace, it's protected. Furniture is protected. And That's kind of simple on the 3rd floor, so nothing crazy. Another small bedroom, furniture protection. This is a little funky Zuber pattern, so we protected it with floor protection. All countertops protected with ram board. All right, let's see. Here's our powder room. I love these wall unit radiators. These things are awesome. Beautiful shower. Vic's bald head. And we go down to the dumbwaiter. It's no longer functional, so it just serves as a cabinet here now. But originally that would have went all the way down to the kitchen. All right, and with the dumbwaiter right here, I'm thinking this is some type of leisure room, especially with a fireplace. And then they made a loft out of the vaulted ceiling. All right, radiators are all decorative in pretty good condition. We have our, on the top of the tower, and the residence does have a tower. You see, let's see if I can get some light on in here. Here we go. Cedar closet with an escape into a secondary closet. And then, let's see if I can get some light on in here for you. So originally that would have been for all the old screens and windows for the old home. And then you go up and there's your attic space. Some of these English Tudors from the 1920s has boozeway doors where you can access throughout the whole attic. And my interpretation was so during Prohibition, you could hide the booze and get anywhere in the house. There's been some homes we were in the 1920s where above the garage, there was a hidden access that would lead through into the house through the breezeway doors. And it's these old big English Tudors that have these. So, do I know for a fact? No, but it looks cool. All right, so here's our back staircase. All right, and even the back staircase is protected. All right, everything is protected in this house. All right, and it's more for dust. We're gonna be cutting into this house a lot. A 6,400 square foot home with interior walls that don't have any gaps for fishing. We're gonna be notching a lot. So if I had to put a guess on this home, you would be looking at anywhere from 60 to possibly 85 to 90 notches, small hole notches, all right? We just did a home over on the other side near Swarthmore where it was a craftsman house. It was 5,400 square foot. But what was really bothering me, and I've never had to do a house with more than 100 holes until then. We probably estimated out to being around 200 holes for that house. And the number one reason was because the side framing around the whole perimeter of the house was 45-degree angle. None of the exterior framing went straight up and down. It all went diagonal. Never seen it done before. So when we had to fish walls with new wires, we couldn't just fish up the wall. Every 12 inches, we had to make a notch, go around it, put a nail plate. We did get done the job on time, but it ended up our days went from 8-hour days to 10-hour days. So I wanted to get just I'll go around the back so you guys can see the backyard and you can see the structure of this English Tudor. It's a nice English Tudor. It's gonna be enjoyable to rewire as long as we have the time to rewire it. Originally, we thought the great room was properly renovated. It wasn't. So let's flip this around. And here you go, guys. All right. Just a beautiful Pennsylvania mainline home. All right. The woodwork is still in decent condition, so there's not a lot of rot, which leads me to believe this house was actually taken care of. Some of these older homes, at some point in time in their life, they go abandoned, or they go a couple seasons without heat, and it damages the plaster, and that's where you get all your cracking from. And here's the front of it. All right. Well, thank you for watching. God bless. And we will be making another video, hopefully in about 2 weeks. I'll get into the thick of it and see if I can do a video right in the middle of it. All right, take care. Enjoy your day.